Hey all listeners, welcome back to the lowest level possible challenge, part 10. And we're in the pond boss fight. I used that boss before, and that's, that's good. Hopefully he dies soon. That is a bit scary. Ice. Oh, he runs fucking good. I don't know if we got all of his HP down to 0 or if it was... but it's interesting that the Mako gun is technically like a revolver-like weapon, so I wonder if quote-unquote, if Vincent could have had gotten a Mako gun. So 1800, that is not that much, of course, but it's still a big deal here for both, yeah. What did we say? Eating coat does give you magic, right? I think it did. Eating coat. So you can actually buy eating coats in this too, by the way. So that when you return to Rocketown, I believe it is that you can buy eating coats. And normally, right, there's only... I mean, there's Dragoon Lance and there's Spring Gun Clip. There's a few things that you can actually get in your time and stuff like that, you know. Right, however, considering the level we are now, I mean, there's no way that, for example, they're always going to remain the lowest level, I feel like, now, because of the fact that they died in that one battle, that could have used changed things forever in terms of the XP values and stuff like that. Because of the fact that they died in the previous fight, and that means, of course, that sure they were already behind Claude in terms of level, right? But they would have probably gotten level 14 from the last fight, and then maybe gotten up to level 16 now and stuff like that, you know. Right, and it almost feels like you're supposed to go to retire at that point. So now we've got an eating coat, as you can see here, which is absolutely massive. With 50 defense, and I want to show you, so it's 48 magic attack in the equipped eating coat. And it's 53, so 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, so it's 5 plus magic on eating coat, 65 magic defense. Yeah, the magic defense is actually great on it as well. Actually. And here's the thing, right? Normally, right, you might say that, oh, you just use double or pair things too much. I mean, eating coat, in my opinion, like I would love it if there would be some sort of ultimate Final Fantasy game that would come out at some point, you know, and stuff like that, you know. I don't know how else to explain it and stuff like that. Let's actually send up here. Because 844,000 he's very close to gaining a level. He's already level 15. Cappuccino is also very close, 48, so Cappuccino is closer than that. Boost is level 16, so... But if you can see they're 844 and 1074, so they're still very, very far away. But yeah, but if they would have survived the other fight, then things would have been very, very different at this point. But yeah, the firing actually came in clutch there. So we're gonna see how things goes here. We're not gonna go to Vutai immediately though. We're actually first gonna go to first we're gonna go north, and now we're gonna go get the rune omelets. Now we might just be able to get like rune omelets for every single party member. That might end up being the case, you know, and stuff that, which would be good, you know, and stuff that. Even though rune omelets aren't the best armor in the game, not by a long shot and stuff that, like rune omelets are expensive, which is why we I needed to be very, very specific with our money and stuff that, you know. Now, I don't know if I calculated it correctly and stuff that maybe we did buy too many tranquilizers and stuff that. You might say that, oh, you want rune omelets on everyone except for Eret, which is probably true. Unless, of course, you know, unless we're fine spending that extra stuff that, because, you know, buy something. So you can see you can also get diamond here, which is really good, which is just really slightly better than a action thing. But yeah, rune omelets is that. So 3 rune omelets for now, which is 11,000. So 3 rune omelets for now. So 1 rune omelet, 2 rune omelets. Don't have silver omelet on her. Put the red firing for now. Evening court would be actually worth 4,000 there, so it's interesting. You might say, oh, you just have her equipped like a gold omelet. 1, 2, 3. We need 3 more. And how is it compared to gold omelet? So gold omelet is slightly more powerful, both in terms of magic defense, both in terms of regular defense and magic defense. It is 4 more magic defense and 3 more physical defense. So 1, 2, 3. So we can get 3 more of those. So silver omelet is actually worse than the rune omelet in terms of magic defense and in terms of physical defense as well. So, you know, yeah. So 3 more rune omelets. Yeah, no problem. 3 more rune omelets. So 1, 2. Omelet, rune omelet. Actually, I don't mind buying another rune omelet though. So rune omelet. Yeah, she's the only one that is not having rune omelet now. And his highest, he's second highest. I think the percentage closer than Barrett. Barrett is the furthest away. So technically 1 more rune omelet. No, technically we'll be loser soon. But yeah, it's actually really good because then we can sell all of the silver omelets. So 2 silver omelets, that represents 1,300. 2 carbon bangers gives us 800. 3 golems gives us back 2000. We could sell the eating card for 4000 though. Let's do that. That's not bad. So now we have everyone. Now of course none of the stuff is gonna work here and stuff that like none of the link stuff is gonna work, so no more like linking stuff, you know, and stuff that. But this also means that now we don't have to worry about what we equip in the slots and stuff that, because now everything is like double growth and stuff like that, which is of course a big deal and stuff that. And now we have 35,500. Which obviously is not the best, but yeah, yeah, should need to go down. What each of them say now. Yeah, Sleeping Forest with the Luna Harp. Now imagine if another trig would be using Charioteer to get through. How are you? Right. Ja, Kyoto of course is a big deal because Kyoto will be off first within this tier, because we couldn't get Odin of course, so it's the first in this tier, which does actually give you magic defense by the way, so Kyoto is a big deal. You can see here if you try to go north it will just keep looping. Getting Kyoto is pretty great. Right, so we're only 7 hours, or we're almost 8 hours in game time now. Almost. Some rich guy has it. Some rich guy has it. Okay. And of course now, we'll probably head to Wutai. If we can survive. Achievement of course is that yes, you could have said, oh, you put no encounters on this round, but then I felt like it would have been too similar to the other run and stuff that. And you know, part of the challenge is actually being able to survive running away from encounters and stuff that, and that's not always going to be the easiest thing in the world. So that I still feel like it's worth coming to Wutai because we used to get a better weapon for Vincent or Sid, I mean, rather. Even though yes, we're probably not going to be using Sid. So that for a long time, or maybe even at all, except for that short time when you actually control Sid. Although Sid won't be getting any XP at that point, I feel like. So yes, so now we need to try and get to Wutai. So of course, yeah, we do have one enemy skill, and then we are also, I mean, trying is decent once we're high enough level. Trying will be decent, but we're only level 17 and then 14. I think, yeah. Now, of course, I do think that if we would have gotten like the high level on both Tifa and Aerith and stuff, that if they would have survived that other fight. Oh, this is. I mean, that's a. I mean, I prefer that over a certain other encounter we could get. Actually, we still should save because we got that encounter there. Because if we get the wrong encounter, we used to die. I think. I mean, this is where having elemental and armor would have been useful, because there is a bolt attack that they can cast that I believe hits the entire party, which I think is like a bolt 2 almost on the entire party, which I believe might do a shit ton of damage. Actually, it's actually more than a Mako gun, I believe it is. Oh no, these are fine. These are fine. These are very easy to escape from. Let's take a few steps right before we save. And there is of course a way to avoiding encounters completely, and that is just going a few steps, save, going a few steps, save, going a few steps, save, and stuff that, you know, because if you get an encounter immediately after, then you just reload the save basically pretty much and stuff that, so, you know. Oh, bad bird. Let's hope we get an insta escape here. Yeah, it's... we actually got an escape there. That is pretty insane. So right, so you saw how much damage that was. That was like, what, 300 I think, or something like that. So if a second bird would have cast it, then we would have been dead. So one bird only got off the cast. That is how tight that is. That's actually pretty crazy. There shouldn't be any birds here at least. No, there's no bird, there's only the grass. Only the grass, I say. And here, of course, there are some pretty insane weapons here and stuff that you can get, of course, obviously. And it's weird to go to Qatar without you, of course. This is my house, nobody gets in. Of course, these are where the cats are, but sadly you cannot go up here until you do the side quest, I believe. And of course, here is where you would otherwise need to spend a lot of gas here. Not really that much, but yeah, Rasim, for example, is good, Damanaka is good here, Shensa is good, Aurora is good, Gold Barret is good, Slash Lance is good here. Omega Fall Razor Ring, of course, Shock Barrel. All very nice weapons here. And this, of course, where we need to do the like whole turtle thing and stuff like that, but yeah. Keep in mind, theoretically, you can still do the turtle thing later on and stuff like that, but you would still need to like recruit her. But then you're not allowed to pick up the stuff, the thing in the box. But yeah, here you can get, for example, Fire Wheel, which is Fight 3 on all opponents, which of course you could get 44 dogs for that. A lot of cash and stuff like that. What cool is in this house? Power, Speed, Magic, War, and Omni. Omni has the best of the others. 3 generations win with higher worship, thou shalt the water god. Yeah, and sadly you cannot go through that hidden passage there. Without doing side quests, so yeah. Can I go get a free sleep here? I don't think we need to, because Claude doesn't use up that much MP. And here we get Magic Shuriken, which we can use separately. It's good, and then we can get Ring Gun Clip. Happin. I think Happin is what it's called actually. You get happy. Need to check what happy does though. Because if happy is the weapon I think it is, then we're not gonna sell it. Yeah, so let's put the red flag in here and see, is it the weapon I think it is? Yeah, happiness nothing. But yeah, happiness is actually really good because one, it's one of those quote-unquote yoke weapons. They're called like yoke weapons, of course, obviously. Yeah, so we need to remember to not sell the happy. Yeah, we need to remember not to sell the happy. Not sell the happy, but we can sell the. So the happy would be worth 3,000 otherwise. We can sell the magic circle for 3,000. But Super Ball is the thing for keep in mind that both the mob and the bounty line actually needs to be digged up. So that's right. Did I say, by the way? Very nice. And let's go get to the Dragoon lands. As we can. But then it's too hot. Whoa! Go through the defense flies and an instant. Dragoon lands. The material that you can see there is the quote steel as well material. Ow. Please saluda me. Yeah, this is good. Right, you need to hold like that. You need to basically hold like very up and then like do like almost like a weird motion there to actually get through it there. Then we take and I hate how it gets things like that. But yeah, the Dragoon lands, you can see it's a big upgrade. With the regular spear, you see that it's a huge jump. You need a lot of material force as well. Yeah. And is it the order that you have the party members in? I think it is actually that specifically. So everyone has normlets. Means now we have a spear we can sell. The spear doesn't sell for that much, of course, we lose what's still. I mean, it's still 600. I'm gonna say no to a free 600. for 600. Real extreme. Okay, so that's everything in military we can get for now at least. Yeah, we're keeping all of those so-called yoke weapons. Because even though they considered quote-unquote yoke weapons and stuff like that, which is something that Soul Blade had, for example, even Soul Blade had yoke weapons, I think. Or maybe it was Soul Calibur that first introduced the yoke weapons, whatever, because yeah. I think it was Soul Calibur. But if Soul Calibur 1 had it, or if it was specifically in Soul Calibur 2 and onwards and stuff like that, because yeah. Actually, let's get the world map music back. Okay, good. Oh, an early encounter here is better, of course, obviously. So we're gonna do some save things here just to make this easier. We're still under 8 hours though. So think about that Palmer is like level 38 and stuff that, which is absolutely crazy considering. And considering also the fact that we're not using the speedrun strats, or some of the speedrun strats, right? Because yes, and we are being very, very strict with our money and stuff that, and you know, the thing is right, like yes, sure, double AP weapons are good and stuff like that, but double AP weapons are only good up to a certain point, I feel like. Yes, there are some better. What is the bird enchanter? Oh, he did the wrong move, he did the wrong move, okay. How many of you can do the wrong move, please? Oh, we are the lucky sons of bitches. Now, will we immediately go to Temple of Ancients? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, theoretically, yes, we could go, for example, to Cosmo Canyon and we could get like HP pluses there now. Is that because we theoretically have enough cash to do so? And also one reason also why you don't want to use the double AP weapons for too long. There's a reason why we don't want to use them for too long, because the magic stats are bad. And stuff that, and there are black weapons out there with way better magic stats. So now that we have done this, there's nothing to get if we go back into Rocket Town though. Just to bug it. What was it I said about Cosmo Canyon? There was something that was specific that I even wanted to take the bug back in doing Cosmo Canyon. Was it just getting the HP Plus material, or was there something else? Because otherwise, right, we can go and get more Molotovs, of course, obviously. That is something we can do. We can go and get more Molotovs. We can also theoretically go and visit let's do that. You're strong. Yeah, so the Temple of Int is going to be very, very interesting. We could theoretically check the old man, for example, and stuff that, to try and get, say, the bolt swing and stuff that, you know. It would be good, of course, but, you know, the fact that we need to take the buggy all the way feels like really, really bad. That we have to do. So you're that. So if I want to get, say, 20 of you, that's 8,000. How many autos do we need? Because, right, it depends on what weapons we decide to get, right? Because, for example, in the I mean, the fights do give you very good AP. And the Molotovs were also very, very useful against. But then we would have to skip out on the weapons in Icicle if we do this. Let's do that. Because we haven't used our Molotovs yet at all. This is weird. But yeah, so it's going to be T5 on average that we want. Please. Yeah, we could have easily used by the gold ticket here, but we're not going to. Because this is the only other time that we need to actually go to Gold Saucer. So we're always spending 6,000 in total and going into the Gold Saucer because we never will need to go here again. Because there's going to be no Chocobo racing, of course, obviously, so, you know. It's the keystone, which looks surprisingly like materia, almost except spinning around. Hello, number 2 boy. Everybody from your circle. Everybody's. Lord, run away. Claude, run away, Claude, run away, Claude. Run away. Nej, ni får get jobb immediately. Most you could do promise is a promise. Stone? Silverstone. Oh, now I have a keystone. And then back to station. And try to leave. And then they're like, oh no, the thing isn't working because sabotage. But Claude just fucking hang on the fucking wire and like climb all the way. Shimmy across. And let's see who asked the question. Okay, Barrett, since you asked, let me answer. Så säkert du tror. And yeah, and Nanaki is of course red, and then there's the blue. What is it? The blue was indigo 14, and then there was supposed to be a 15, violet 15, I think it was, because there was two other colors that were planned. With Red 13, there was basically a whole side story where there were two clones of Red 13, and one was indigo, which I believe is the blue color, indigo, and it was basically 14, and then the other one was like a purple variant, which I believe is violet then. But I don't know if it was indigo and violet specifically, but yeah. And that was supposed to be 15. So that, and then you even get to fight them. It culminates with like a fight where Red 13. I don't know if it's only Red 13 or if it's the entire party that gets to fight them. But then of course, when you quote unquote finish the fight and you get the XP or whatever, right, you would have quote unquote spared them, because Red 13 realized, oh, even though they're clones of me or whatever, right, they're still like part of my kind and stuff that, you know, so you don't like kill them and stuff that, so yeah, you know. Right, and keep in mind that some of the stuff, ideas that were in Final Fantasy VII actually became part of Parasite Eve, because Claude was actually Detective Yo in the beginning, because it was meant to be like take place in like New York and then be like, oh, you're a detective and stuff like that. But then the Detective Yo character was turned into Claude, into the mercenary Claude. The question is why did he try to make Red 13 like a Sephiroth clone and stuff that, you know? But maybe that's supposed to explain why Red 13 is so tanky and the fact that he's very good with magic as well. And it's probably going to be Ares, of course, obviously. Because we were really meant to Tifa. Yeah. But it's so bad, like if you take Barrett on the date, for example, you don't even get to do this scene, this stuff, you know, stuff that, you know. Let's do a different one this time. Actually, because we can get a lot of different endings here, and some are pretty funny actually. Legendary hero Alfred. I believe actually this whole thing here is actually Square themselves, because it was Squaresoft at this point, them ripping off or them like throwing subtle stuff at like Dragon Quest or something like that, you know. Because Alfred, right? Okay, he's not called Alfred, right, in the Japanese version, but it's actually they have like different names in some of like, depending on if it's the US version, the PAL version, or like the Japanese version and stuff like that, you know. Legendary hero Alfred, say both from Evil Dragon King, yeah. Because yeah, he's an Evil Dragon King also. I mean, Dragon Quest is not always about an Evil Dragon King, but still, you know. The Knight, talk to the Knight instead. Defeat the King. That night. Now I'm getting mad. Snap. Kill this shit. Are you dying to ignore me? Why don't you shut up? It's much better than when Eric does like Tifa. You can expect to kick Tifa knows how to collect punch and stuff that, you know. Oh, that was fun. And that's the last ending, but there's also a lot of like other things. Like something is like there's one where you get to be like, okay, what's the princess measurements or something like that, which you can also get. But I believe you have to actually talk to the wizard to get that because there's a bunch of different things you can choose. You can still choose there, for example, that it's your, you know. Wow, how nice! Let's look at all of them here because that's the actual canon thing to do, supposedly. And normally it's much faster to not look at any of these, basically. But I think he looks automatically like, doesn't he, in certain list short racing, of course. It's so pretty. Yeah, because he's talking about Zack. Question mark, question mark, question. Right here. You can see here kind of why they look more like mushrooms rather than being actual sauces and stuff. That's because it's kind of like on like a tree and stuff that. But then you could say that, oh, they're meant to be like leaves or whatever, you know. Look, it's cappuccino. Hey, what's cappuccino doing? Is that the keystone? Hey, cappuccino. So cool. And then you run in here, even though you don't see Kate sit here or whatever, right? All of a sudden, boom, Kate sit is inside. That just saves so much time, man. And then it's that same managed to fly. The fact that right, it makes no sense that okay, like how did they get the helicopter inside the gold saucer? But not only that, like you wouldn't allow Shinra to fly inside the gold saucer and stuff that, you know. Find this toy cat from here. Let's just do more events like we always do. Okay. And now we can get another elixir. Right? Yes. But no infinite elixirs there, but yeah. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 now, which is good. So. Now, is this the setup that we're gonna use? Probably not. Eventually, once we get to the boss fights. I'm going for sure. It's hard to put Barrett in the party. Nah. Yeah, so Barrett is furthest away, but still they are much further away and stuff. That's yeah. Till starts to tingle. The next. Oh, right, you cannot. Ooh. And now it's like we've been here for the first time because it only appears at one time, right? Correct. That's Kefka laugh, but like in a slower version of it, I think. Oh. And it's actually a very good shot, by the way, when you get here the first time. Because not only are there ethers here, there's like antidotes, there's many kids can copy a soft eco-skin hyper tranquilizers. Plus a potion and Phoenix Downs. No high potion though, that's the only thing really holding that shot back. Imagine though if it would have been like more like, okay, like more shops having like unique stuff and stuff that, you know, like more shops being able to have like unique items. Imagine if there were shops that had like right on, like Leighton's cannons, like maybe they should be expensive, right? But still, you know, that would be really cool. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing a video at some point talking about maybe doing like a few key points on stuff that I would have made had, because I really definitely have had like, for example, I would have had more double OP like armors and stuff that like, okay, Platinum Bangle is good, the Rune Omelette is good, but then for example there's no more, those are the only two quote-unquote double OP in the entire game. So Platinum Bangle and Rune Omelette. And then for example, one is 2, one is 4 slots. Okay, so then there should be a 6, one with 6 and one with 8. Right, and you can take like more rare like stuff, like okay, like sure it goes up to diamond and stuff that, and yeah, on also this like crystal and stuff that. But you know, you could have like sapphire, you could have like ruby and stuff that, you know, and stuff like sapphire bangle or sapphire omelet. Or maybe sapphire bangle would be the next one, and then there would be like a ruby something omelet or something like that. But yeah, and those would be like that. But then there should also exist ones that are like with actual linked slots that should also be double, which would be a set of something that would be called something, you know, and stuff that. And then there should be one with one linked, which would basically be 2 slots, 2 linked, which would be 4 slots, 3 linked, which would be 6 slots, and then 4 linked, which would be 8 slots basically, and stuff that, which should also be double. But then there should also be armors with triple. And triple for all, of course, a different rule because there's only 2 triple weapons in the game and stuff that. And those 2 quote-unquote triple weapons are interesting to say the least. Let's just tranquilize them up here. And so yeah, Slam Dunk is still the furthest away from getting a level, so yeah, still. So he's using Grillam plus Barret, Black Megaphone, and Dragon Wings. Save. Now the thing is though, can we actually beat not only like the Fire Dragon, right? The Fire Dragon I'm not super worried about, but how is like, for example, like I think that we might have to actually go and get, barrier materia and stuff that, just because if we go get barrier material, then we can cast barrier, and I believe all end barrier might work, although I'm not 100% certain. But yeah. And why do we want barrier? Why do we want barrier with all materia? Well, or why do we want barrier? Because barrier protects us against physical attacks, And the thing that's powerful about Demon Wall is his attacks are not magical, his attacks are actually all physical, I believe. They are. Actually, right. Let's actually check this now. Let's check, is Gongaga still here? I mean, Gongaga is still here as a city, but you know what I mean. Is the encounter still here? Don't. It's not here anymore. Good. So is it the Rocket Town that is the thing? But the question is then, have we missed out on it forever now? Nah, because the thing is not dependent on the cutscene here. You should still be able to get Titan here now. Because it's just back here. Oh, this cat. Oh. Okay, so we get Titan now. We get Titan very late, actually. Oh man, didn't we sell Power Soul? Yes, we did. We sold Power Soul. Because I didn't know when or this was gonna happen here and stuff that. And sure, here's the thing right here, sure, if Tifa gets low health, then yes, Power Soul would be good for her and stuff that. If her HP would go low. But otherwise, no. Right, so that is something. But so now they no longer show up here, and that is of course because of Sengo, so they've gotten the keystone and stuff that, so yeah, you know. So then we'll pick up Death Blow here. So I don't know if we could have done it earlier there, because we did try to do it off the Cosmic Canyon, of course. And then they still were here and stuff that, so yeah, you know. And this should be where the first double growth megaphone is for him. Which is the white one. White megaphone. How much does it cost here in the room? 8 kilo. So yeah, that's an explosion and that's white megaphone. Can't, but he has already found out about. They were missing. Unlocks offer it is what Tifa likes, but actually I think both of them actually gives you positive points for Tifa, so yeah, you know. Buy accessories. And of course that's where you can get, for example, you can get the Fury Ring here. It's automatically Berserk is actually really good. You can also get time here and you can get Mystify as well. And here you can also get hard edge here if you missed in Union or whatever, or if you had bad cast or whatever at some point. Get hard edge gun glove, yeah, it is. You can also get Impaler, Swivel. And Swivel, I believe, actually does work on the dragons. I'm pretty certain you can mini them with that action. That's actually easier to hit with than regular mini and stuff that, because you know. And this is serious. Yeah, this is seriously glide. So we can get 10s. Phoenix Downs. And we could get 30 for only 9,000 though. But yeah, we're gonna. Yeah. Frog. Run away from the frog. There's a curious. Cappuccino. Yes, white megaphone is theoretically stronger also than black megaphone, but it has less shots. It's weird. Again, both white and black megaphone is weaker than the regular megaphone, or white actually might be slightly stronger, or it's actually 36, I think the default one has, but yes. Yeah, so we need to remember that we can sell the white megaphone. Okay, and we're gonna do one more recording after this, I think. Yes. So let's start going towards, oh, it puts us on the fucking opposite side of the fence. Beep! Why you put us all the way out here? Salut, dummy! I was running with steam up here, that's really fun. But yeah, that's interesting stuff that, but that's important to actually remember and stuff that yes, you can actually go and get Death Blow, but not it way later and stuff that, you know. One thing, of course, that you do miss out on, for example, is the fact that normally there is a way to get very, very close to where Medivh is, to where you can actually see Medivh. But it's not possible in Rebirth, sadly, and stuff that, like you go through here, right? Like whatever it is, right? You go through here, and you go through here, stuff that. Like the fact that you can get so close to Medivh, basically. I've showed you this before many times, but yeah. I forgot if this was the way that you do. Yeah, this is the way you do. Because you can get all the way, basically. You can get all the way here, basically. Where you can actually see the town there and stuff that, and you know that, okay, that's a town that I cannot reach yet. And stuff that. And I believe out here, where this is, like, this is not on the correct island, because you need to be on that other island, I think it is. Not on this island, I don't think. Yeah. That island does not work. But you can actually get I believe you can actually get encounters there. You can get the special encounters there that would actually give you... you can get, like, you can actually get the Medivh encounters there, I believe. And stuff that, which is actually pretty crazy, but yeah. Hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm going to see you all in part 11. See you all very soon. Stuff that just outside the Temple of Ancients.